quiz about German Empire. I'm pretty sure you are going to absolutely love it. You can close your eyes. You don't need eyes. You can just pick them and take them out, put them next to the bed on a coffee table or something, bedside table, and enjoy the quiz. You don't have to answer. This is more like I wanted to learn something new, so I gathered some information and made it. But it's ABCD quiz, so if you want to test your knowledge, you definitely can. So let's just go at it. No time to waste. Which naval law greatly expanded the German Imperial Navy in the late 90th and 20th century? It was either Naval Defense Act A, B, Second Naval Law, C, Fleet Acts, and D, Maritime Security Act. So, Naval Defense Act, Second Naval Law, Fleet Acts, or Maritime Security Act. And it was C, Fleet Acts. The Fleet Acts, Flottengesetze, were laws passed to expand and modernize the German Navy under Kaiser Wilhelm II. Next question. What was the primary reason for the rivalry between the German Empire and the United Kingdom in the early 20th century? Oh, that's an interesting question. If you play like Victoria, I think maybe it's in Victoria, yeah. So A, territorial disputes in Europe. B, economic competition, so it's more euphoria. C, naval arms race. And D, colonial conflicts. This is kind of harder question, but I'm pretty sure many of you know. So, territorial disputes in Europe, economic competition, naval arms race, or colonial conflicts. And of course, C, naval arms race. It was primarily reason for the rivalry, as both nations sought to build powerful navies. Britain always was ahead in the seas with Portugal and other countries, and Germany was always like they never had a navy, but the new technologies came with ironclads and basically a new generation of ships. So everybody basically started from the scratch, and Germany was really good at making steel and making the industrial engineering, which they are good at today too. Who succeeded Wilhelm I as Emperor of German Empire? Who succeeded Wilhelm I? So A, Wilhelm II, B, Frederick III, C, Otto von Bismarck, and D, Paul von Hindenburg. So Wilhelm II, Frederick III, Otto von Bismarck, or Paul von Hindenburg. And it was, of course, Frederick I. Hopefully I said the first, he wasn't the second. Frederick I succeeded Wilhelm I His reign was short-lived, lasting only 99 days. What was the name of the alliance between Germany, Austria, Hungary and Italy? So what was the alliance between Germany, Austria, Hungary and Italy? The Triple Entente, Triple Alliance, Central Powers or Axis Powers? That I don't think many of you will know. Triple Entente, Triple Alliance, Central Powers or Axis Powers. It was B. Triple Alliance. The Triple Alliance was a military alliance between Germany, Austria, Hungary and Italy, formed in 1882, so back in the day. Which major political figure was known as Iron Chancellor? It was A. Wilhelm II, B. Frederick III, Otto von Bismarck or Paul von Hindenburg. Iron Chancellor, pretty easy. Wilhelm II, Frederick III, Otto von Bismarck or Paul von Hindenburg. And it was of course Otto von Bismarck for his role in unifying Germany and his strong leadership. You know, it's actually like insane that when was German unification? When people feel about it, 1800 something. I don't know exact name. It was 62. I'm not sure, but it's not. You know, it's like 160 years. Which significant cultural and scientific movement was prominent in the German Empire during the late 19th and early 20th centuries? It was A. Enlightenment, B. Romanticism, C. Realism, and D. Expressionism. Yeah, Expressionism. So Enlightenment, Romanticism, Realism, and Expressionism. And it was the Expressionism was a significant cultural and artistic movement in Germany during this period, influencing art, literature, and theater. The German Empire foreign policy under Bismarck was known for what? Somebody will know that one. It was A. Weltpolitik, B. Realpolitik, C. Ostpolitik, or D. Neuordnung. So, foreign policy of German Empire: A. Weltpolitik, B. Realpolitik, C. Ostpolitik, or D. Neuordnung. Basically, new order. Basically, it's new order. And it's B. Realpolitik. Bismarck's foreign policy was characterized by realpolitik, focusing on practical and strategic diplomacy rather than ideological considerations. We actually learned that in school. Yeah, I remember that. What was the German Empire's stance during the early years of World War II? It was A. Neutral, B. Allied with France, C. Allied with Russia, and D. Central Power. So this one is really easy. So it was neutral, allied with France, allied with Russia, or Central Power. It was of course Central Power. The German Empire was a Central Power allied with Austria-Hungary and later the Ottoman Empire and Bulgaria. After the assassination of Franz Ferdinand d'Este. They rushed into the war, but First World War was just fighting over like 1 kilometer, but maybe there is something about that. What major technological advancements did the German Empire notably contribute to during its existence? Well, this one is pretty easy too. A. Television. B. Automobile. C. Internet. D. Space travel. So, German Empire, what they invented? A. Television. B. Automobile. C. Internet. And space travel. And it was of course automobile, and they make them to this day. They even own our Czech Škoda works, Škoda, which was really like major company at, well, definitely after the after World War One, Czechoslovakia formed from Austria-Hungary, and Škoda was like huge. They made a lot of stuff like boom, that was Czech boom. The German Empire was not notable for advancements in the automobile industry, but particularly with figures like car bands and the invention of modern car, like a lot of things that are in the car. The early car, like that was basically horse buggy with motor. That's not really a car, but the modern like gas car, but maybe they will take them from us, hopefully not. But which treaty did the German Empire sign with Russia in 1918? Which treaty did the German Empire sign with Russia in 1918? A. Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, Treaty of Trianon, Treaty of Versailles, and Treaty of Saint Germain. Well, this is pretty easy one, for me. I know it only in like Czech. I never actually probably heard it in English. And it was of course A. Brest-Litovsk. That was ending Russia's involvement in World War One and ceding significant territories to Germany. Russia at the end of the World War, they were basically like, German Empire had little fingers in that, in putting Lenin into Russia. They actually sent him there with Stalin too, basically, and Trotsky, and they helped them to make communist revolution. Well, this was like, they did that. German Empire did that to kick Russia out of the war, and it backfired, of course, because it always does. What role did the younger class play in the German Empire? Military leaders, industrialists, peasants, and the nobility and landowners. So younger class were military leaders, industrialists, peasants, or nobility and landowners. And the right answer is D. The younger class were the landed nobility in Prussia and played a significant role in the military and political leadership of German Empire. I think that's actually in Victoria. The name, not sure. This is not, this is the stuff that I learn. Hopefully it's right. Which German state had the most significant influence on the politics of the German Empire? Which German had not steak? Steak. I would eat steak. So, which German state had the most influence on German Empire? It was 8. Bavaria. B. Saxony. C. Prussia. D. Württemberg. Bavaria, Saxony, Prussia or Württemberg. And it was C. Prussia. Prussia had the most significant influence, providing the emperor and the chancellor and dominating the political landscape. It was after unification. How did the German Empire's economy compare to other European powers by the early 20th century? A. Lagging behind. B. Equal to others. C. One of the strongest. And D. Non-existent. So lagging behind economy, equal to others, one of the strongest or non-existent. And it's C, one of the strongest, because each of the state before unifications they were really developed, like really they were. And you can even, if you go to Czechoslovakia, after the time there was in Sudetenland there was a lot of Germans, and they really did the development of the country, because Czech king one time in the past they invited Germans to give them the land, and they worked on that. But well, history is history. So by the early 20th century, the German Empire had one of the strongest and most advanced economies in the Europe. It was really good, and sadly, what was the primary military strategy of the German Empire on the onset of World War I? A. Blitzkrieg. B. Trench warfare. C. Schlieffenplan. And D. Guerrilla tactics. So A. Blitzkrieg. B. Trench warfare. C. Schlieffenplan. And D. Guerrilla tactics. And the right answer is C. Schlieffenplan. The Schlieffenplan was Germany's primary military strategy, aiming for a quick defeat of France before turning to Russia. Yeah, that's very known. Blitzkrieg was Hitler's plans, not Hitler, him, but his generals. Hitler was just a guy. Trench, not just a guy, but he didn't invent Blitzkrieg. Trench warfare that's what naturally developed from the new technologies. Basically, you dig, and stay there 4 years. And guerrilla tactics are more modern warfare, I would say. It wasn't like Russia always had the scorched earth policy, which is kind of like guerrilla tactics, but not really. But they had it even during Napoleon. What was the primary cultural language of the German Empire? A. French, B. Latin, C. German, and D. English. And it was, of course, I don't have to read this one second time, German. But lot of people in the German Empire, it probably wasn't that significant, but there was definitely Polish people and French people, maybe some Italian too, I would assume. Austria-Hungary had it worse because they had basically everything, and that's why the military, I know it, I'm Czech, and there are Czechs, there are Slovaks, there are Poles that live in Austria-Hungary, there were Serbs, Croats, a lot of people. I actually don't know if you know all the languages of German Empire, write them down in the comments, because I don't know, Slovene language, all those languages that are today, they already existed. Well, and then you can imagine if you have Austrian general to tell all these people instructions and they don't even speak German, it's really difficult. So next one, which famous scientist worked in the German Empire and developed the theory of relativity. A. Niels Bohr, B. Albert Einstein, C. Marie Curie, and D. Max Planck. And I don't think I have to read this one again. Everybody knows the theory of relativity is Albert Einstein. I would love to make a video one day about that. If you understand it, or if you would like to explain your special theory of relativity, I think that would be fun. So yeah, that was Albert Einstein. Which German emperor was known for his aggressive foreign policy and naval expansion? It was Wilhelm I, Frederick I, Wilhelm II, or Otto von Bismarck. Wilhelm I, Frederick I, Wilhelm II, or Otto von Bismarck. And it was Wilhelm II, we already had that he tries to, outpace Britain, and Britain didn't like that. What was the main reason for the resignation of Otto von Bismarck as Chancellor? A. Health issues, B. Pressure from Wilhelm II, C. Political scandals, and D. Desire to retire. So health issues, pressure from Wilhelm II, C. Political scandals, or D. Desire to retire. And it was pressure for Wilhelm II. Bismarck resigned due to increasing pressure and disagreements with Kaiser Wilhelm II. In what year did the German Empire officially enter World War I? In what year? 1912, 1914, 1915, or 1916? So you probably know that one. That's 1914, the first one. It was actually really fast how all that happened. It always leaves me nervous with shit, I would say, that's happening right now, because I think that was like 2 weeks or something. Like they shot Ferdinand, and then Austria-Hungary is declaring war on Serbia, and then everybody's declaring war on everybody, and powder keg. It's often called powder keg, like in Europe, the event basically. Which German philosopher and sociologist was influential during the late 19th and early 20th centuries? A. Karl Marx, B. Friedrich Nietzsche, C. Max Weber, and D. George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. So Marx, Nietzsche, Weber, or Hegel. And it was Max Weber. He was a significant philosopher and sociologist during this period, contributing extensively to social theory and economics, but those other were quite significant too. I myself am kind of interested in philosophy, and maybe we can do something about that too. Which famous German composer was still active during the early years of German Empire? A. Ludwig van Beethoven, B. Johann Sebastian Bach, C. Richard Wagner, D. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. So who was still active in German Empire? Beethoven, Bach, Wagner, or Mozart? And it was Wagner, of course. Richard. In Czech it's Richard. So Richard Wagner. Known for his operas until his death in 1883. What was the economic state of the German Empire immediately after World War I? A. Thriving, B. Slightly weakened, depressed and the unchanged. I don't have to read this one because it was severely depressed, and it was mostly because of Treaty of Versailles, which many historians, if you want to watch something about that, there are a lot of good like educational movies on YouTube. Incredible stuff that other people are doing. I'm just whispering to the microphone, but they are doing the real work, which I would love to do too, but I don't have resources for that and skills probably. But yes, Treaty of Versailles was incredibly harsh, and it just it was really harsh on them, and that led to World War II. That's basically like a policy that you have at people, that if they go bankrupt or something, if I one day go bankrupt, which at this pace I probably will, because anyway, if you want to become a member, it helps a lot. But yeah, basically if someone is bankrupt, like let's say you are a YouTuber, and this was it's not my job, but if it was my job and I became bankrupt, banks cannot take away my camera and microphone because I make money with that. They basically crippled them so much that they couldn't be able to do anything. They had to pay so much, so there was no back. If you looked at it back, they should probably just make them you cannot have an army, you cannot have anything, but you just pay damages, and we let you do whatever you want, and stuff like that. But that's history. Next one. Which of the following was a major German scientific achievement during the German Empire? A. Discovery of DNA. B. Invention of the light bulb. Development of a chemical dyes, or creation of printing press. So, discovery of DNA. Invention of the light bulb. C. Development of chemical dyes and creation of printing press. And it was C. Development of chemical dyes. So German Empire saw significant advancements in the chemical industry, including the development of synthetic dyes. Who was the last chancellor of German Empire before the Weimar Republic was established? A. Otto von Bismarck. B. Max von Baden. C. Theobald von Bethmann Hollweg. And D. Philipp Scheidemann. So Otto von Bismarck, Max von Baden, Theobald von Bethmann Hollweg, Philipp Scheidemann. I'm so glad they got rid of the titles of the names. So long names. And it was B. Max von Baden. Before the establishment of Weimar Republic in 1918. Which battle in World War I was a significant defeat for the German Empire on the Western Front? So A. Battle of Verdun. B. Battle of the Somme. C. Battle of Tannenberg. And Battle of Ypres. So Battle of Verdun, Battle of the Somme, Battle of Tannenberg, and Battle of Ypres. And it was the Battle of the Somme in 1916. Was one of the bloodiest battles of World War I and significant defeat for the German Empire. But Battle of Verdun, that was pretty bad too. Well, all battles were pretty bad in World War I. Nobody saw anything like that. Next one. What was the purpose of German Empire's policy of Kulturkampf? territories. So, promote cultural unity, suppress socialist movements, C. reduce the influence of Catholic Church, and D. expand colonial territories, and it was C. reduce the influence of Catholic Church. The Kulturkampf initiated by Bismarck aimed to reduce the political influence of Catholic Church in Germany. You know that was happening all around the world, mainly with invention of humanism and rationalism. People started to aim more to the secularism, and just leave the church how it is, but reduce the influence on the politics, which was really hard because everybody believed in God back in the day. Now it's like not many people do. Like in Czechia, we are like 80% atheist or agnostic. So, next one. What role did the German Empire play in the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885? A. Hosted the conference. B. Opposed the conference. C. Acted as mediator. And D. Did not participate. So this one is pretty obvious, and it was A. Hosted the conference. The Berlin Conference, held in 1884 to 1885, was hosted by the German Empire under Chancellor Otto von Bismarck, and it aimed to regulate European colonization and trade in Africa. So that was like the carving of Africa, as you see in some comics in the day. The powers are carving Africa. What was the primary outcome of the Berlin Conference for the German Empire? A. Gained new colonies in Africa. B. Lost territories to other European powers. C. Established dominance in South America. D. Increased influence in Asia. And that one was pretty known too. It gained new colonies in Africa. They gained over German East Africa, German Southwest Africa, because the powers like England, France, they were not able to contain what they already got. So there was Belgium that started. Belgium did not participate, but the King of Belgium basically started to do his own country in Africa Central, which was it Belgium? Yeah, it was terrible. It was one of the worst crimes against humanity in the history. What one person did. Which famous German physicist and Nobel Prize winner contributed to the field of quantum mechanics? A. Albert Einstein, Max Planck, Werner Heisenberg. I am the one who knocks. Erwin Schrödinger. So, Albert Einstein, Max Planck, Werner Heisenberg, and Erwin Schrödinger. And it was Max Planck. You who studied a little bit of physics know a Planck constant. So in quantum mechanics, and won the Nobel Prize in physics in 1980. That's another good video that I wanted to do. I wish I had more time. I wish so much, but I want to do the Times Magazine people, to get all of them, and all Nobel Prize winners, which to improve your brains while you are sleeping. What was the German Empire's approach to foreign policy under Kaiser Wilhelm II? A. Isolationism. B. Aggressive expansionism. C. Defensive alliances. D. Economic cooperation. And it was aggressive expansionism. Kaiser Wilhelm II pursued a policy of aggressive expansionism, including naval build-up and closer naval expansions. Next one. Which event directly triggered the start of World War I? That's easy. Sinking of the Lusitania, which had important effect too, but assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, sea bombing of Pearl Harbor, and the invasion of Poland, and it's of course the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. You know, those other are different things. Yeah, that was Gavrilo Princip. Yeah, one bullet. How did the Treaty of Versailles impact the German Empire? It expanded German territory, it imposed harsh reparations and territorial losses, it strengthened the German military, it created the German Democratic Republic, and it of course imposed harsh reparations and territorial losses. German Empire had to pay several reparations, lost territory, had military restrictions. Yeah, we already talked about that. Next one, what was the German Empire's primary currency? A mark, B, Reichsmark, C, Deutschmark, and D, euro. Well, what was that? And it was mark. Yeah, mark, not Reichsmark, not Deutschmark, but just mark. And now it's euro, I think. Yeah, Germany has euro. Which German institution played a key role in the country's militarization during the German Empire? A, Deutsche Bank, B, Reichstag, C, Junkers, and D, General Staff. So Deutsche Bank, Reichstag, Junkers, or D, General Staff. And it was General Staff, significantly contributing to militarization. Which German philosopher wrote "Thus spoke Zarathustra"? Well, that's a pretty good question. Hopefully you will know. During the German Empire period, it was A, Immanuel Kant, B, Karl Marx, C, Friedrich Nietzsche, and D, Arthur Schopenhauer. So Immanuel Kant, Karl Marx, Friedrich Nietzsche, or Arthur Schopenhauer. And it was Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche. I think that one is about, I think in this one is like we killed God, that humanity killed God. It's really difficult. I read it in Czech, but that's like 15 years, so I don't really remember. But I did for maturity exam, I would say that graduation. Yeah. What was the primary focus of the Schlieffenplan? This is like repeating, if you remember. A, defending the eastern border, B, attacking Britain, C, quickly defeating France, and D, securing the Balkans. So if you remember, it was like the second question or something. It was quickly defeating France, C. And it was by advancing through Belgium before turning to fight Russia. And basically in the Second World War they used the same tactics. And everybody was like, what? How they can do that again? Who was the German Emperor during World War I? It was either Wilhelm I, Frederick III, Wilhelm II, and Otto von Bismarck. And it's Wilhelm II. That doesn't need like waiting period. Which battle is the? We already had this one. This is like repeating. What was the main reason for the establishment of the Weimar Republic? No. But this one is like obvious. A. Economic prosperity. B. Military victory. C. Political revolution. And D. Defeat in the World War One. It was defeat in the World War One. Basically, it was like Schluss. Nothing more. This is the end. So they had to like rebrand themselves. Basically, that was always like countries do that, to rebrand themselves. Which major German city was the birthplace of the German Empire in 1871? A. Berlin. B. Frankfurt. C. Munich. And D. Versailles. Yeah, I actually don't remember that, but yes, of course. Well, now we will get that date that I wanted to know. So, in 1871 was the unification of Germany. Well, not. Well, yes, it was 71, and it was Versailles, in the half mirrors at the Palace of Versailles, following the Franco-Prussian War. Franco-Prussian War. What was the main purpose of German Empire's West policy? A. Strengthening European alliances. B. Expanding global influence. C. Promoting internal reforms. And D. Maintaining neutrality. So we already had that. We did not have that. We had the Realpolitik, but this is the not Westpolitik, Weltpolitik, of course. Weltpolitik. So again, Weltpolitik, strengthening European alliances, expand global influence, promoting internal reforms, or maintain neutrality. It was expand global influence because Welt is world. Which social class in the German Empire was most associated with landowners and military leadership? Bourgeoisie, proletariat, Junkers, and or clergy, and we already had that one too. It was Junkers probably. What was the main goal of the German Empire's colonial expansions in Africa? It was basically the main goal of every country. A. Promoting tourism. B. Spreading Christianity. C. Acquiring resources and markets. And D. Establishing democratic institutions. Acquiring resources and markets. Not only resources that you can mine, but also the market. If you play Victoria free, if you get a new market that you can sell your stuff to and make people there work the mines and sell you the stuff from the mines for cheap, for like tea or something. Trade makes, like trade in general makes every country more prosperous. That's like fact. Which treaty resulted in the German Empire gaining the territories of Alsace and Lorraine? A. Treaty of Frankfurt. B. Treaty of Versailles. C. Treaty of Trianon. And D. Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. So Treaty of Frankfurt, Treaty of Versailles, Treaty of Trianon, and Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, Alsace and Lorraine. And it was Treaty of Frankfurt. Treaty of Frankfurt. So it was in 1871, after Franco-Prussian War, what led to the end of the German Empire. Abdication. I already said that. It was abdication of Kaiser Wilhelm II, but we already had that one. He abdicated after the end of World War One. And now, just another easy question. When was the German Empire founded? We already had that one too. In 1848, 1871, 1890 or 1901, and it was 1871, of course. Was the first emperor, Kaiser of German Empire. Wilhelm I, Friedrich I, Wilhelm II, or Otto von Bismarck, and it was Wilhelm I. Yes. Next one, which wasn't there, which probably many of you will know, but what was the capital of German Empire? It was Munich, Hamburg, Berlin, or Frankfurt. Munich, Hamburg, Berlin, or Frankfurt. And it was Berlin, same as today. Yeah. Which war led to the... We already had that one. Which war led to the unification of Germany and establishment of German Empire? It was the Franco-Prussian War. We already talked about that. Well, what was the Chancellor of the German Empire at the time of its founding? A. Adolf Hitler. B. Theobald von Bethmann Hollweg. C. Otto von Bismarck. Or D. Heinrich Brüning. It was Otto von Bismarck. Yeah, it was probably. I think that's known as the Iron Chancellor, first Chancellor of German Empire, and now I'm not sure. Okay, what type of government was established in the German Empire? Governments, those are important, aren't they? Absolute monarchy, federal republic, constitutional monarchy, or military dictatorship. And it was constitutional monarchy, because Kaiser, they still had Kaiser and they had Chancellor, so it was basically England. It was England type. I'm not sure if England, but yeah, England had Chancellor already. Yeah, they had. So they adopted the British model. France already had France was republic, presidential republic, I think. Yeah, definitely they were. They chopped their heads. Which of the following was a significant industrial region in the German Empire? This is important. It was A. Bavaria, B. Rhineland, C. Saxony, or D. Mecklenburg. Bavaria, Rhineland, Saxony, or Mecklenburg. It was Rhineland, and they actually French occupied the factories in Rhineland to get the the stuff, and then if you play Hoi 4, you have like when the Nazi state started, Nazi Germany, they occupied Rhineland, and there is a good documentary about that, how they basically had no idea what's going to happen. Hitler had absolutely zero idea what's going to happen. They did not even have the weapons. They basically got people, gave them like tree branches, like it just looked like a weapon, but it wasn't able to shoot, and they just marched. And they if France would attack at the time, they would just lost, and it would be absolutely decimated. But they tried, and they got it back because French did not oppose. Yeah. What was the legislative body of the German Empire called? It was A. Bundestag, B. Reichstag, C. Bundesrat, or D. Diet. So, Bundestag, Reichstag, Bundesrat, or Diet. It was Reichstag, lower house of the German Empire's legislature. This one is interesting. This one is that I don't know. How many states were a part of the German Empire at its founding? It was 25, 32, 39, or 41. So 29, 32, 39, or 41 and it was 25. 6 grand, so it was 4 kingdoms, 6 grand duchies, 5 duchies, 7 principalities and 3 free cities. Interesting. It's really interesting. Which kingdom was the largest and most powerful within the German Empire, which we already kind of had. It was Bavaria, Saxony, Prussia or Württemberg. It was the Prussia because they had the most political power. We already had it one. So which of the following was not a German colony during the German Empire period? It was A. Togo, B. Namibia, C. Cameroon or D. Sudan. That's hard, isn't it? So it was A. Togo, B. Namibia, C. Cameroon or D. Sudan. So which was not? Which was not? And it wasn't Sudan. So they had Togo, Namibia and Cameroon. What was the main economic focus of German Empire? A. Agriculture, B. Industry and manufacturing, C. Tourism and D. Technology. And this is easy, industry and manufacturing. As I said, it was like booming economy, like everything they could have, and they messed it up. What can you do? Next one. What was the dominant religion in the German Empire? It was A. Catholicism, B. Protestantism, C. Eastern Orthodoxy, D. Islam. So this is the last question actually. So Catholicism, Protestantism, Eastern Orthodoxy or Islam, and it was Protestantism. Islam it's now, okay. I am not going to get into that. Yeah, so that's all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell, you know, that little bell that you can just switch so you get all the things that you do. And if you really like my content, consider becoming a member on the channel. You can see it after you subscribed, and there is like become a member. It really helps. It's a few bucks a month, but you know, it adapts. You get some benefits like some I don't know what exactly I did, but you get videos earlier, and I'm considering making some videos like just for this. I'm thinking about, you know, experimenting with shorts for the members, because that's new feature. You can do just shorts for members, like stories or something more personal, you know, which I don't really want to be out, but you know, if you support, then you get something extra. It keeps the lights out, not lights out, lights on. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you definitely